If GameStop's stock price shooting to the stars, threatening a stock market crash, and ruining multiple hedge funds wasn't on your bingo card for 2021, then maybe we can give you this one as a freebie. The whole ordeal is coming to a close, but if you're like most people and have a very loose understanding of the stock market, then this video is for you. We'll dive into a basic understanding of how short selling works, what hedge funds are, and how a bunch of dudes on Reddit managed to create one of the most bizarre events in Wall Street history.
3-minute flicks. Entertaining, educating, and enlightening.
Let's start by explaining the big players, the two sides, so to speak, starting with the hedge funds. A hedge fund, in extremely basic terms, is like a large group of stock traders that pool their money together to make large financial moves, granting them much more buying power and control to the stocks than any of them could do on their own. With financial experts at the top making risky, complex trading moves such as short selling, these investors become a major superpower of sorts in the stock world. And speaking of, what exactly is short selling, and how did it come to be many hedge funds' downfall during the GameStop explosion? So, short selling is when you borrow a certain amount of stocks from the market and sell them at the current market value. Eventually, you will have to return those borrowed stocks that you sold, meaning that you have to rebuy them. So why would anyone do this? Well, short selling is often used when a stock price is expected to drop. So you borrow the shares while it's higher, sell them at the current value, and then when you have to return them, you buy them at the new value, hoping that it'll be lower and you get to keep the difference. Which leads us to the Reddit forum Wall Street Bets, consisting of people from every type of background. A few of these Redditors noticed that there was a huge amount of shorted shares on GameStop stock. In fact, much more than were actually available. They then banded together in one of the biggest public efforts of market manipulation ever, by simply buying up all of the GameStop stock that they could afford. The massive amount of demand makes the stock price skyrocket, and with these Redditors holding most of the shares, the longer that they hold onto them, the more value that these stocks begin to accrue. With these shares bought up and the value going from somewhere around $20 in early January to being all the way up at $480 at the peak of this whole ordeal, the hedge funds realized that they were going to have to rebuy their shares at over 10 times what they bought it at. Despite many offers, the Redditors held onto their shares with diamond hands, claiming that this was about more than the money, and it was about scaring the rich of the powers of the masses. After many investors and funds taking huge losses over the ordeal and facing financial ruin without desperate measures, it certainly seems that the message was received.
Three-minute flicks. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We create new videos weekly.